What's going on? Welcome to Vault Productions. I've been playing a lot of the new LEGO Star Wars game, and I've just been seeing just how much is in that game that we've never gotten physical LEGO for. And so today I wanted to talk about some set ideas I've had for sets and figures of all kinds that the LEGO Star Wars community really needs, and LEGO would be very foolish not to make. So first off, I want to talk about the Star Wars CMF series. For a long time, people have been talking about this. Everybody's wanted a CMF series, and all kinds of people have had all kinds of different ideas as to what kind of figures the Star Wars CMF series should be, but I think I've finally come up with the perfect CMF series for Star Wars. I think the perfect LEGO Star Wars CMF series would be no named characters, nothing specifically from the movies, just a bunch of random background characters that could fit into any Star Wars MOC or collection or display. A series like this would really help people flesh out the diversity of background characters in MOCs and displays. For example, right now if you wanted a Biff or a Rodian or a Quarren or something in the background of your MOCs, there's only a very small amount of figures LEGO's actually made to make those, and if you wanted a bunch of different Rodians hanging around your MOC or something, they'd all have more or less the exact same head or one of two heads, and there are certain species like the Biff who we've only ever gotten as musicians, and we've only ever gotten one Quarren and things like that. And having a series where every figure in the series is a different species with a different occupation would allow us to really diversify LEGO MOCs and displays and help people fill out all the empty space that they need random just background characters for. And there's so many species we also still haven't gotten, like a Zabrak outside of Maul or Savage. It would be super cool for them to just do a series like this, just 16 or more characters in the series, every single one a different job, a different species, and it would really allow people to diversify their LEGO collections in a way we haven't had yet. And obviously Star Wars is very big on having the diverse cast of aliens just all over the place, and that's something that we're really lacking in LEGO right now, so I think it would be a great idea for them to make. I can't imagine anyone not wanting to just get tons of these figures, and it has endless possibilities. They could do so many series, it wouldn't get stale for a long time. There's just so many different aliens and so many different things they could do. Endless possibilities. Great for collecting, and just would be a huge help to all the LEGO Star Wars community. Just be able to get all the species they want without having to buy super expensive sets or head swap from a different figure, and they'd actually just be able to build up collections of random background aliens to fill out their MOCs and displays. So I think that would be the perfect CMF series for Star Wars. And in a similar vein to the minifigures, there's tons of creatures I'd love to see LEGO do. It blows my mind they still haven't done a Bantha, and I'd much rather prefer having molded ones rather than brick-built ones. I think the molded ones just look really good, and these days all we have really is the Dewback and the Rancor, and I think there's so many more possibilities. Oh, and the Tauntaun, of course, and there are creatures we did get back in the day, but their molds are super outdated and do not look good at all by today's standards. But specifically with the Gungans, after I did Naboo in the game, I saw those huge, big, like dinosaur-like creatures that the Gungans used to carry their shield generators, and I was just thinking how cool it would be if they did a set similar to a battle pack, but obviously larger scale than that. They could include one of those big creature molds, do a small build for the shield generator on top, do a couple other small Gungan builds to put around it, and then throw in some Gungan warriors. It'd be like a battle pack, but mostly focusing on the creature, and that would also keep these large creature molds, which notoriously drive up set prices, and it'd allow more people to get them, as well as be fantastic army builders. And in the same vein with the Bantha, they could do something similar. Do a Bantha, do like a small build for like a saddle on it, or if they wanted to do one based on the Mandalorian, they could put those bomb packs wrapping around it, then do some Tusken Raider builds on the side, and then throw in some Tusken Raiders. They'd be fantastic army builders, obviously more expensive than a battle pack, but doing these smaller sets focused mostly on the creatures would allow more people to get their hands on them. And I just can't imagine just how popular those would be, and I think LEGO would be remiss not to do them. I think those are great ideas, and it still just blows my mind that we still haven't gotten some of these creatures before, especially the ones like the Bantha that are so iconic. So, LEGO, come on, go ahead and make them, especially do the molds, and a set like the Geonosis Arena is a set people wanted forever. Tons of cool creatures in that one. I don't know why they haven't made it yet. But stepping away from the figures, let's talk about some actual set ideas they could make. Obviously, they make all kinds of smaller sets of all the stuff we've wanted, but there are some stuff they haven't touched yet, like Camino, and I was thinking Camino would make such a cool Master Builder series set. It'd be expensive, but Master Builder series sets, of course, give us all the cool figures, lots of exclusive figures, and for Camino, everybody has wanted a Kaminoan forever. They still haven't made one. And a Master Builder series set with, Ton Wei and the Prime Minister and all that, those named Kaminoans, as well as throw in some just random generic Kaminoans and then all kinds of different clones. I don't know if we've gotten clones in like their training attire, not the armor, but just the stuff they wear around Kamino when they're training, and we could also get young clones too. I think a set like that would be really, really cool. And if they did do a set like this, I would hope it would also include a new Jango Fett, who still doesn't have arm printing, and Boba is really chumping him these days with that beautiful arm printing. And if they wanted to do kind of similar to the Cloud City set, if they wanted to include a little mini Jango Slave 1, I'm sure lots of people would appreciate that. Not as good as a full-scale one, of course, but we haven't seen Jango's Slave 1 in a very long time, and yeah, just so much possibility, and just with figures we want and builds we want for a Camino Master Builder set, but I think that's one thing that people would absolutely die for. Another big, awesome, expensive set I think they should make is the Lucrehulk, the Trade Federation battleship. I think this one would make a perfect UCS set. It's a really cool, really iconic ship. I know lots of people would love to have one. I think as a UCS set, it would be, obviously really expensive, but it'd be one hell of a display piece. And I think this is one that LEGO would really need to do at some point. I'm sure eventually we'll get one, but just thought I'd bring it up because it is just so cool, and playing the game only reminds you that this ship does exist, just not in LEGO. And that'll pretty much do it for all my thoughts. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. There are, of course, tons of ships and other things in the game, like sets they haven't made in a long time, like the MTT, that we really need to get, but I feel like that's some of the more obvious stuff. If you've played the game, let me know something you saw in the game that you just really wanted to have an actual LEGO build for, but thank you for watching. Put your thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, hope to see you all on the next one.